Hello everyone, hope all of you are doing well. Today we are going to discuss an important Google Ad question. Should we separate campaign by location or device? A campaign may appear profitable when we look at the total result. But underneath that total, one city may be generating valuable customer while another location is quietly wasting budget. In the same way, mobile may generate many calls, but desktop may produce more booked and profitable jobs. That does not mean we should immediately create a separate campaign for every city or separate mobile and desktop without enough evidence. First, we must analyze the data, understand why the result offer improve the customer journey, and separate campaign only when independent control is genuinely necessary. Segmentation should make the account more profitable, not simply more complicated. Let's begin by looking at how one campaign can produce very different customer outcome. So this is my slide 1. Here I describe about one campaign, different customer and different results. Let's start with a common reporting problem. A local business reviews the total campaign performance and everything appears acceptable. The average CPC looks reasonable. The campaign is generating call, forms and book jobs, but the combined result may be hiding serious differences. Imagine a plumbing company spending $5,000 per month across dollar, Plano and Fort Worth. The overall cost per lead is $80. At first glance, the campaign look healthy, but after the segmenting the data, we discover a different story. Dallas mobile traffic generates many calls, strong lead quality, and profitable emergency jobs. Uh, Plano desktop traffic generates fewer leads, but many of them because valuable scheduled repairs. Fort Worth mobile traffic also produces a high number of inquiries, but many are too far away, outside the ideal service area, or unqualified. Dallas and Planos are producing enough good results to hide the losses coming from Fort Worth. If we only look at the campaign total, we may continue spending money in an unprofitable area. A device performance can also create misleading conclusions. Mobile may generate more calls, but some calls may be missed, too short, or outside business hours. A desktop may generate fewer forms, but those customers may be more prepared, more informed, and more likely to book. Campaign average are useful, but advantages do not show which customer segment are creating the profit. A profitable campaign total can still contain unprofitable locations, device, and customer journey. So, before separating anything, we need to understand what segmentation actually means. So, this is my slide 2. Here I analyze about what does location or device segmentation means. Segmentation does not always mean creating new campaign. There are three practical levels. Level 1, reporting segmentation. At this level, we keep the current campaign but compare performance by city, zip or postal area, distance, mobile, desktop, and tablet. The objective is simple. We want to understand where the differences exist. Level 2, targeting or experience optimization. At this level, we may still keep one campaign but improve the setup. For example, we may include unprofitable location, adjust the targeted area, improve the mobile landing page, change the call strategy, or create better form experience or desktop user. Level 3, structural segmentation. This is when we create separate campaigns with independent budget, location, targeting, bidding goals, landing pages, offers, schedules, or converting objective. This level gives more control, but it's also create more management complexity. The correct order is segment the data first, then improve the experience, and finally separate only when necessary. A different number in a report is not automatically a reason to create another campaign. For example, if a mobile has a higher cost per lead, we should first ask why. Is the traffic poor? Is the page slow? Are call being missed? Is the form difficult to complete? Or are mobile leads actually more valuable after qualification? Segmentation began with analysis, not immediate campaign separation. Now let's examine why location and device can change customer behavior and business profitability. So this is my slide 3. Here we will learn why location and device matter. Location affect more than where an advanced advertisement appears. It can change whether the business can serve the customer, travel time, labor cost, or response speed, local trust, staff availability, and the final value of the job. A customer 10 minutes away may be easy to serve profitability. A customer 60 minutes away may require more fuel, more technician time, and a slower response. Both may appear as lead, but their business value may be very different. So device also affect how customer behave. Mobile user may be more likely to call immediately. Desktop user may prefer reading service details, reviewing case studies, comparing providers, and completing a longer quotation form. Consider someone searching on mobile, emergency locksmith near me. The person probably want immediate answer. Are you nearby? Are you open? Can I call you? And how quickly you can arrive? Now consider a desktop user searching commercial HVAC maintenance contract. That person may need detailed service information, coverage area, case studies, company credentials, and structured quotation form. This customer may require very different experiment. However, we should not assume that all mobile users are urgent or all desktop users are researcher. There are hypotheses. The final decision must come from actual lead quality, appointment data, customers, and revenue. Location and device matter. When they change the customer journey or the economics of serving that customer. Different behavior is meaningful only when it creates a different business outcome. So let's apply this thinking to a real Dallas idea plumbing campaign. Okay, so that is my another slide, which is slide 4. Here I just show a real world example about Dallas Metro plumbing campaign. Imagine one campaign called Residential Plumbing Dallas Metro. The targeted location are Dallas, Plano, Richardson, and Fort Worth. The campaign received traffic from mobile, desktop, and tablet users. Initially, all segments share one budget, the same conversion objective, the same dispatch team, similar service pricing, and the same service pages. After collecting enough data, the advertiser reviews location and device performance. Dallas mobile generates strong emergency calls, the leads are relevant, and the jobs are profitable. The correct action is keep the segment and continue improving the call experience. Dallas desktop generate good quality from submission. There is no strong reason to separate it. And Plano desktop produces fewer leads, but many become high value schedules repaired. Instead of immediately creating a new campaign, the business could first test piano specific reviews, local service area messaging, or stronger location proof on the landing page. For Oath, mobile generates many calls, but the qualified leads rate is very poor. The distance may be too great, or the service promise may not match operational reality. The segments needs investigation. The strong decision would be creating each campaign for every city and device combination. A better decision is keep Dallas, Piano, and Richardson together, improve mobile speed, verify call tracking, and investigate Fort Worth separately. Create a separate Fort Worth campaign only if it needs its own budget, different service promise, and a team, or a different profitability target. Separate the segment that requires another strategy, not every segment that produces a different number. So use segmented data first to find the real exception, then give extra control only where it is needed. Now let's review the common mistake that makes segmentation unnecessarily complex. Yeah, this is my slide 5. Here I describe about common location and device segmentation mistake. The first mistake is creating one campaign for every nearby city. For example, 15 neighboring cities receiving 15 campaigns. Even though every all use the same ad, the same landing page, the same offer, and the same target CPA. This fragments conversion data, increases management time, and may take smart bidding less effective because each campaign has less information. The second mistake is separating mobile and desktop only because their CPC is different. A cheaper click does not always produce a cheaper customer. The correct comparison is cost per qualified lead, customer acquisition cost, and revenue. The third mistake is ignoring how location targeting actually matches user. A local service business should check whether ads are reaching people physically present in the service area or people showing interest at that location. And the right setting depends on the service model. The fourth mistake is targeting an unrealistic radius. A wider service area may generate more leads, but it can also create longer travel time, higher labor cost, a slower arrival, and lower job profitability. And the fifth mistake is blaming mobile traffic for unanswered or poor quality calls. The real problem may be calls arriving after business hour, missed call, long hold times, or weak call handling. That is an operational problem, not necessarily a targeting problem. The sixth mistake is splitting campaigns after only a few conversion. Small samples can create temporary patterns that disappear when more data is collected. So do not confuse a tracking problem, a landing page problem, or a sales problem with a location or device problem. Good segmentation decision require enough data, it's true, and a correct diagnosis of the underlying cause. Next, let's look at the best practice process for improving location and device performance. So this is my slide 6. Here I describe about the best practice for location and device optimization. The first step is define the real service area, document which cities are served, the maximum travel distance, exclude areas, response time limits, and technician capacity. Do not define the service area only by how far Google Ad can target. Define it by where the business can deliver fast, reliable, and profitable service. The second step is choose location setting intentionally. Ask whether customer must be physically present in the service area or whether people showing interest in the area are also valuable. The third step is review the location that actually matches the ad. Compare performance by city, postal area, and distance. When enough data is available, this can reveal profitable core areas, weak outer areas, and location that should be excluded. The fourth step is make the mobile experience frictionless. Include a clickable phone number, fast loading pages, a short forms, a visible service area, clear trust signals, and a sticky CTA when appropriate. The fifth step is track call and form separately for each device, measure valid calls, qualified forms, appointment, closed customer, and revenue. The sixth step is begin with a consolidated structure, keep location and device together while they share the same budget, offer, goal, team, and budget economics. Use this practical decision question. Does this segment need a defer budget, offer, landing page, conversion goal, or a operational process? If the answer is no, keep it together and continue analyzing. If the answer is yes, consider giving it independent campaign control. Optimize the targeting, tracking, customer experience, and expert operation. Before adding more campaigns, you should try all of these that I described. So campaign separation should solve a proven control problem, not simply recognize the same strategy. So this is my slide 7. Now let's look at how experienced advertiser connects location and device data with profitability. So a location and a device profitability matrix helps us identify what the real problem exists. Instead of asking is mobile bad, or we ask which mobile traffic from which location is producing poor business result. Build a table using spent leads, qualify leads, appointment, customer revenue, cost per leads, and customer acquisition cost. For example, Dallas Mobile may have a cost per qualified leads of $75. Dallas Desktop may be $105. Mobile is a stronger journey in Dallas. Piano Mobile may cost $130 per qualified leads, while Piano Desktop costs $70. Desktop forms may be stronger journey in Plano. Richardson may perform similarly across the both device, and Fort Worth may be weak on both mobile and desktop. This shows that mobile itself is not necessarily the problem. The weak result may come from one device inside one specific location. Keep segment together when the differences are small, the offers and budget are shared, lead value is similar, conversion tracking is accurate, and total conversion volume is limited. Consider separation when independent budget are required. Branches or services teams offer. Customer value changes materially. Landing pages or offer must change. One segment consumes another segment's budget, and enough conversion evidence exists. Useful tests may include a local page versus a general page, a call first mobile experience versus a standard page, a short form versus a details form, or a core campaign area campaign versus outer area campaign. Make structural discussion using qualified customer economics, no click, CPC, or raw lead volume. The metrics help identify whether the segment should be kept, tested, or separated. So let's finish by turning the complete strategy into a practical action plan. And this is my slide 8 where I analyze about the location and device segmentation action plan. Here is the step-by-step framework. Step 1, define the service area list, include cities, exclude areas, maximum level limits, and realistic response time. Step 2, confirm location setting. Decide whether the campaigns should target people physically represent in the service area or also people showing location interest. Choose the option that matches the business model. Step 3, verify the mobile experience, test page speed, phone button, forms, trust signal, and text readability. Complete the full journey on a real mobile phone. Step 4, keep the initial structure simple. Begin with one campaign. When the location and devices share the same strategy, do not create separate campaign before the need is proven. Step 5, build segmented reports. Compare performance using qualified leads, appointment, customer, revenue, cost per qualified lead, and customer acquisition cost. Step 6, diagnose poor segment. Determine whether the problem is traffic quality, landing pages, call handling, the sales process, travel cost, or limited business capacity. Step 7, optimize before separating. Fix the customer experience or operational bottleneck first, then review whether the performance difference remain. Step 8, separate only when justified. Create an independent campaign when the segment needs its own budget, a different model, and another landing page, a different conversion goal, a separate team, or independent scaling control. The final framework is segment the report, then understand the difference, then improve the journey, and finally separate only when it needed. The purpose of segmentation is better control, better customer experience, and stronger profitability. Use addition campaigns only when they help the business make a better operational or financial decision. Let's summarize the main lesson. Different location and device can produce very different result, but different performance does not automatically means we need separate campaign. First, segment the data, then connect with the result when qualified leads, appointment, customer, revenue, and operational capacity. If the problem can be solved through better targeting, a faster mobile page, stronger call handling, or a clear service area, optimize within the existing campaign. Create a separate campaign only when the segmented result, independent budget control, different messaging, another customer journey, or different business economics. A well segmented account is not the account with the most campaign. It is the account where every important customer segment receives the right experience and produces a measurable, profitable business result. So thanks a lot everyone for joining with me in this slide presentation. Now I love to hear your question. If you have any question about location targeting, device performance, mobile landing pages, call tracking, qualified leads analysis, or campaign separation, please feel free to ask me in the comment box.